Hello everybody, welcome back. My name's Maxi and this is us playing Immersive Engineering. Hello. Well, it is a cold day. Bit of snow in the UK. I don't know what it's like everywhere else in the world, but definitely cold. Definitely winter is here or thereabouts. We've had a little bit of snow. Nothing too major, though some of the parts of the country looks like it's had a bit of snow, but in my area it's only been a little bit. So let's get on in and show you what I've been up to. Now, one of the things I have been up to is we've got a nice setup now of lots of power coming in. It looks like it's a spaghetti junction, but no, it is pretty sorted. So we've got 4 coming in, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all power coming in, and that coming in from that direction, and we'll go down there in a minute and just have a look through. So these 4, they all feed in to these over here. So the first 2, so that's these 2 here, they feed into these 2. And then they feed into the back row, middle row, and then those 2 rows then feed into these front 3, and then these 3 feed into that one there. Same with this one, again just feeding in from these 2, which is the next 2, and yeah, so quite a lot of power. So we've got 4 coming in, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've literally got 5 coming out. So we've got 2 from this one, so top and bottom there. Same again with that one, top and bottom there. They're all going out, and we've got 1 coming from here. Alright, so that's the 5. So we've got plenty of power coming in, and I think these are starting to fill up as well. Yeah, these are all filled. No, these are, but these aren't. Not a problem. That front one. See, look, you can see that power's definitely coming in. So that's that area there. Ooh, it nearly come off that way. I did mention in the last episode about my dilemma with wheat. Yeah, I was getting lots of wheat coming in. Well, I've changed it over. I've changed it back to the hemp. Alright, because we produce more of that, and I've got a few more galoshes. So on the sugarcane we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, and of these we have got producing, we've got, is it 1, 2, 3, we've got a 4th one here which is dead at the moment, or I'll say empty at the moment. So yeah, we've got 4 of these, and I'm not overly concerned about producing too much, but because I want to produce quite a bit of the old stuff. So as you can see, so we've got plenty of sugar cane. So the dilemma I had was overfilling my chests over here. Well, as you can see, we have changed it out a little bit. So what have we changed out? Well, I've got some switch over splitters. So the conveyor belts, I've got some splitters. So these are these ones here, splitter conveyors. So you put 3 together and then you get 3. Okay, and what they do, so it feeds in and splits off and comes into 2 channels, which I don't think I can see from here, but we might be able to. So you can see better there. So it comes in and it splits off into 2. So these 2 come from down here, and this one's down here, and then these then split off again into 2 again. Now there's one that feeds into the middle, one that feeds on either side, and then there's another splitter here, and this splitter goes into these 2 chests, and that feeds into that one, and that feeds into this one. So these chests will come down to there. straightforward at the moment. I do think it looks good though, don't you? Right, then these come down into here. Now underneath each all the chests we've got hoppers, and these will feed down into these next chests. And if we look into these, now all these chests are all empty themselves, because these will feed down into here. Now someone mentioned about running a conveyor belt straight off into lava as a getting rid of some of the items, or getting rid of items, which is great. I wanted to be able to keep some of them, and someone's mentioned about one of the subscribers also mentioned in the description, so you see in the conversation at the end of the video, or where the video is, you see people have had a conversation, and they gave me some ideas, and so thank both of them. This DZ Stitch, let me just have a quick, so let me just hold that there for the moment. Yeah, so let me just have a look at YouTube. Let me just because end of the day people speak to me on the channels, and end of the day it's only fair and just right just to speak to them. Hang on a minute. So you can hear me on there. So I'm just on my YouTube channel at the moment. So we've got, yeah, so DZ Stitches, Scritches, sorry, do apologise, DZ Scritches, and who was the other one? The other one was, I believe, was Rustin Sis. So thanks to both of you for mentioning stuff on the site. Alright, and I have listened and taken some of it into view. So what I've done down here is that these will all feed into here, into these two chests, and as you can see these two chests are filling up. Now I wanted to be able to keep some of the industrial hemp, I didn't want to destroy it all. Alright, so the system will keep so much of it, and then as you can see in the back here I've got a let's just show you what's at the back here. Oop, no, that's it. Right, so I've got a comparator. I need to put my teeth in, I think. So what this comparator will do is that it will monitor what's in here, and as you can see it lights up every time a piece of hemp comes through there, or an item comes through there, it will light up. It then sends a redstone signal, and it goes all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so that is what that does there. Now I believe that goes there, that's there, and that there. Right, so the comparator just registers on this one, and when these are full, so once this gets to full capacity and then this hopper fills up, it will send a redstone signal to all of these hoppers down the bottom here, because these hoppers at the moment have got a redstone signal, because we've had to let's go back up to here again. I've had to change the change it into a, this would be easier. So at the moment the redstone signal's here, and then I put a redstone torch on here, so I change the direction, or the positive, so this is negative and this is coming to positive, so I've changed it over. I think it's an AND, I believe, AND gate. So while there's this redstone signal in these, alright, these will stay, these won't drop anything. Alright, and luckily enough as well, even the actual conveyor belts will stop as well, and every single one will stop. As soon as this signal goes live, alright, it will send a redstone signal, change that torch, turn that torch off, and then these will then turn off, allowing the items to leave the actual hoppers themselves. So just give you a quick example of that. So if I just get some of these. Alright, so if I just fill them into there, so now it's changed the actual redstone signal. So let me just go back down here. Alright, so now the torch has gone off, so this is now released these. Alright, and now it is now allowed the conveyor belts to come active, and also allowing the dispensing of said items. And then as soon as that empties out, they will stop. Fantastic. So now I'm able to store items in here, which is great. So I'm happy with that, and that's the reason why I've got chests here, because it comes off this one here. Alright, so it'll wait for that one to fill up, and at least we've got a little bit of a buffer there. Okay. Oop. Let's just head on back over here. Let's go to sleep. So yeah, so I'm not amazing at redstone. I have a relatively basic idea of how it all works. Nothing like is it mumbo jumbo, things like that, who are amazing at redstone. And I must admit, I do use some of their some of his stuff in some of my builds, especially like stairs and things like that. But yeah, so at least now I can save some of my items, but it won't overflow, so hopefully it should keep on going and disperse or get rid of said items. Happy with. Now the other changes. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, excuse me. Right, the other item, the other thing we I've got going, as you can see, we have now got 4, and I mean yes, 4 diesel generators. Now 3 of them are not running at the moment. I'm just running just on the one, which is this one here, as you can see. I do apologise. I know D said Scritches wanted me to do a build on online, and at the moment I don't have the right software to do it, but I am looking into that, and I will try and do that. And I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I might just do a build video, just as a separate thing. But yeah, so yeah, I built little sheds for the diesel generators, extended out a little bit, done a bit of terraforming, and I don't know how I've got that over there, but I have. So yeah, so I've just been doing a little bit of design work, and as you can see, the other designs I've been doing is I've been changing them around here, because now we have 2 refineries and 4 tanks, and they all feed into each other. So the 2 refineries, they all connect up and then feed up into this one, and then this one comes out, feeds into this one then comes out and feeds into this one, and the last one is that this one will feed into this one. And as you can see, we have got full tanks, and I mean full tanks. I think we're on the last one. Alright, so that is just slowly building up. Alright, so yeah, so this one is slowly building up, and then when I get all 4 running, yeah, it definitely gets haha, die. So yeah, I've got a flame on this, great. Aspect 2. I mean, look at that, looting and unbreaking. That's the reason why I get 2 spider eyes, but it's going to be great for when I do Enderman, because at some point, because today we are playing Minecraft, I'm going to have to do the end. Definitely got to do the end. But yeah, and this is what all feeds all of these. So I've got these feeding up, and these all connect up down there. Sorted. Beautiful, beautiful. It's all coming along, and that's the reason why I'm not too overly fussed of actually producing too much. Now, I'm not sure whether this is actually enough, because I keep emptying this out. As you can see, it's starting to fill up quite a bit, so I might have to shut down the sugar cane. So all I'm doing is just doing that at the moment. So yeah, so that's power. So now we've got quite a bit of power, we can start to distribute it. Now I have been doing some of these, and you'll probably notice as well is that the tower at the back there has now got power, and this is something which I've been meaning to do, and it's what it's all been built up for. So let's quickly go for this one. I don't want to waste too much time, although I have wasted a little bit of time, but let's go through some of the things that I've done. So these have all got power now, and as you can see they've got a windmill going all the way around. If I can just have a look. So yeah, there is a windmill on all sides, and this is going to be my lighting systems. This is going to give me the lights around the site, but we'll look at the lights in a bit, because one of the things I do want to look at is one of the reasons why we've got all that power in the first place, and one of the reasons why we've got this big factory here, which is nearly done. Alright, I've just temporarily put this floor down. Alright, so at least we've got some of the floor, and I want to start moving stuff into here now that we've got all of this built and done. Happy with that. I think it looks really good now. Alright, some of the windows might go because we might be feeding stuff into here, but I didn't know which way we was going to be feeding stuff in. So this is what we're going to look at now, is actually what the power is all about. So let's just come back into here. I shall drop off some of my stuff. As you can see, I've got some sugar cane, so I might just do a quick crate, I think, for sugar cane. Oop. See, I can't even I just hate that. Right, so crate for sugarcane. There you go. I've got a crate here which is bread. I am not going to starve for ages. This is just ridiculous. But at least I've got some bread now. Can't starve. Right. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Thank you very much. Right. No, we need you. Okay. So, one of the first things that I want is that with those and that. I might do that in a minute. But yeah. So one of the things that we need is, let's have a look. So we need to do a bit of constructing. Is it this one? Might not be. No. I think it's just on this one here. Here we go. Mineral deposits. Okay, so we've got our normal mining, and we can go and get our normal deposits, whether it be iron, gold, lapis, diamonds, emeralds, that sort of thing. But we can also get some by a core sample drill, and this will find certain deposits within the world. Okay, it needs 40 flux per tick, and it takes 200 in there. Well, so we've got to power anyway. So we can actually get core samples. We can use a map. That's the reason why I've got. You saw the recipe for map, which was a recipe for a compass and some paper. So I might do that. I don't know yet. And basically, this is what we're looking out for. So we can find bauxite. Okay, so this is a mineral. We can find coal, and this is what it's going to be. So this is the awesome mineral deposits. We've got copper. Alright, and it gives you consists of, it's going to be 68% is good, or 68.42% is going to be copper. Some of it's going to be gold, and some of it's going to be nickel. We've got galena, which is 50-50 of lead and silver. We've got gold. Alright, so that's what it's going to be make up, and this is what we're going to find, hopefully. We've got iron, we've got lapis, lead, magnetite, so it's iron and gold, nickel, quartzite, so this is when we do in the nether. We've got silver, so we've got a bit of lead and silver. So lead and silver seems to be the one to have. But where's the ones for diamonds? Was there one for diamonds? Do you know, I didn't see. There we go. So we've got a bit of diamond, a bit of emerald, and we don't get a good percentage, but we do get a bit of a percentage. Okay, so. But what we need to do is make this core sample. So let's just. So we need to do this, and what we need to do is we need to create this in the crafting grid. Alright, so we need steel scaffolding, steel fence, and 2 light engineering blocks. So 2 light engineering blocks. that like that, and that like that, and that gives us a core sample. Lovely. So we need one of you and two of you, and that should be more than enough. So let's get rid of the shovel, let's put that there. Now, what's this do? Right, so if I put it into my hand, okay, you will see that it now enhances all of the chunks that are around you. So this is one chunk. So when you do your core samples, you just need to do chunk by chunk, because that's what you'll find in a chunk itself. Alright, you don't have to do it in a set position or anything like that. As long as it's here, as long as you put whatever machine you're making is in that chunk. Okay. You've also got F9 if you use normal F9 on your system for Minecraft, but this does it for us. So as you walk into another chunk, it opens up another chunk. So as we're in this chunk here, that's going to be going soon, so let's have a look and see what we have here. So basically we're just going to put the core sampler down. We're going to put our power source down. It's going to change the top here because it wants to be orange, because I have filled it up over there. It's quite simple. So let's put that onto there, connect them up, and then we can just right click on the core sampler itself. Plenty of power. So let's do its biz. So it's now finished, so right click on it again and it gives me a core sample. As you can see, it's blue, so it says no minerals. It tells me about water, so we can actually mine for water, but if you look, it's blue, and I believe this should be the one with lapis, so I believe it's this one there. So we're going to get lapis, and we're going to get a bit of iron, and we're going to get some dense lapis, because I've got dense ores in here, so we will. Let's have a look. Let's put dense. So I have got dense ores in here, as you can see. So it does look at some of the things. Let's go to sleep. Alright, so what I can do is, so I know, I shall shift and right click, and that will put it down there. And oh, there's that water. That's water. So not a lot there. So if you wanted to pump water, you could do. But we're not worried about water at the moment. So it's not the greatest, I've got to admit, but it will do for the moment. So we're just got to go around each of the chunks. So just get rid of this, sort it, and let's have a wander around and see what we've actually got. So let's do another one here. Bit of power. So there to there. Oh, I've done it automatically this time. So this is what we want to do. Bit of core sampling, and we need to look at what we've got. Again, it's water. Don't want water. So let's shove that there. Right. I think I might have to go out and about. Let's have a look at the back here first. I don't want to be digging over here, but at the back here could be a good idea. Let's have a look. Like here, for instance. See, let's have a look. That to that. Let's get that going. Let's have a look and see what it brings up. So we've got Glenier vein. So it does tell you what you've got. So we've got some water still. We've got Glenier vein. Expected yield of ores. So it's 3,840. So if we stick that over here like so. So what was a Glenier? Let's have a look. Can we remember what it is? So it tells you there what it is. So Glenier. So what we're going to have is lead and silver, 50-50. That is what we've got. So we want some lead and that we can do. Now you can use a a map on this. Okay, so when you put it down into the world, you can actually right click the map onto there and it will make a marker on your map, which is okay. However, I don't really want a mark on my map at the moment, or I don't want to be building maps. I might do, but I just put the core samples down just for the time being. Right, let's see what it's like over here, shall we? So let's do one here. So that's what it is. It's just a case of just wandering around and seeing what we got. And then what I might do is just come off camera a little bit and see what we've got. So I believe that's water again, so nothing too great. Right, if you leave me for the time being, I will get back to you in a slightly later time. Bye bye for now, see you in a bit. Hello everybody, welcome back. So I have been doing some sampling and it goes all the way near enough around the base itself. Alright, so I'm going to go through some of the different ones we've got. So it wasn't quite long actually. Got water over there, didn't get anything over this side. Then it came around this back end here and this looks pretty decent. So we've over here, you can see we've got an iron vein here. So let me get my book out. So the iron vein, we should, I think it's this way round. So the iron, we're going to get quite a lot of iron and we're going to get a bit of nickel, which is good. You'll also see that there's also crude oils. Now this crude oils is not in normal immersive engineering, so just be aware of that. The crude oil is to do with the expansion mod, which is the Immersive Petroleum. So it's handy to know there is some crude oil here. So let's go round and let's have a look at what samples I've got. So this sample over here is a nice little one because this one has coal, but just as important, if I can find it on here, it has diamonds and emeralds. As you can see, a little bit of diamond, a little bit of emerald. So this is the coal vein here, so that'll be worth mining, got to admit. Let's not get lost in here. Which way did it go? I think I went round this way. I think I had to go over the top and round, I think. So I did do a bit, I did quite a bit actually. There's some quite interesting ores around here. Didn't do anything around here as such. I think I didn't do any more until this side. Aha, here we have. So another iron vein here, so that'll be interesting here. So yeah, so I could fit what I wanted in here, which is pretty good. So, and some more crude oil, so that's handy to know. We have over here, now this is a really good one, this one is, because this is a lapis vein. So I wanted some lapis. Alright, so let's have a look in the world. So we're definitely going to get some lapis or a bit of iron and some dents as well, which is good. Happy with that. Didn't get anything on that one there. What did we get on this one here? Again, this is a iron vein, so we're going to get a little bit of nickel and some iron, I believe. I think that's might even be a nickel vein. No, it says iron. What do we get over here? Nothing over here. This was just lava, but that's quite a few buckets of lava, that one. Didn't get anything for that one. Let's have a look. Another lava one here. Another lava one. Another lava one. So there's plenty of lava about. For these down here, this is no minerals, but look at the crude oils. 11 million buckets. So that's definitely something to look at for future reference. 4 million here. So this is going to be a pretty decent one for the for later on to remember. Then I didn't get anything for this one here or this here, but I did get one which is where I can find it. I believe it's this one. No, or is it this one? which is the one? It might be down this one here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. There it is. Got a gold vein. So in this gold vein, we should have. Let's have a look. So this is a gold vein. So we're going to get a little bit of copper, a little bit of nickel. So you can see the nickel there, a bit of copper there, and then gold. So that's definitely something good to look at. Let's get something across there. I shall have another look in other areas, but I think we've covered nearly everything that we need in here. The only thing we haven't probably found is anything with uranium in it, or silver. So I might have to have a look at those, lead and silver. Might have to have a look at those. Did do some over here, but again, there's nothing, no fluid reservoirs, no nothing. Whereas that's water. Do I really need water? I've got water everywhere. But yeah, so got quite a few ores running around now. So now we can start looking at trying to get them up. So I'm going to leave it here, folks. We've had a look at some of the extensions or some of the additions to the area. Alright, so hopefully I hope you are still enjoying the build, still enjoying the actual series. I'm loving the series. I'm enjoying doing the builds. I know I haven't had massive amounts of time. It started off okay, but I've been a bit slow at some points, which I do apologise. I am hoping to try and get it back up and running again. Perhaps a video every couple of days, but it is come up to the Christmas season, so hopefully I should be able to get some over the Christmas period. That is my plan. Yeah, so everything's starting to come together nicely now. So we've got our factory built, we've got, can't see, but we've got the power for the lights, so we've got lights to look at and start powering around here. We've got power, so we can start actually doing stuff massively. We can start having a big factory up and running, and that's the whole idea of it. So we've looked at the core sampler, we've had a look around, and we're going to use this knowledge now, we're going to use this information that we've got to our advantage now, because now we're going to be able to build one of our big machines. And I'm sure most of you will know what machines we're going to be building, but it is going to be another heavy machine. Alright, so but we would look at that in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope it keeps you intrigued in what we're going to be doing in the next ones. Please keep liking and subscribing to this channel. End of the day, I don't just do it for myself, I'm doing it for everybody else. I'm doing it for yourselves. Hopefully you're going to enjoy it, hopefully that you are learning from it. I know I am. It's been a long while since I've been able to get into a mod like just one mod. Most of the packs that you look at is multiple mods, and you tend to pick and choose from different mods. So I hope you are enjoying it with just basically one major mod. As like I say, I think Immersive Engineering is pretty good, and I know that in 1.12.2 Immersive Engineering has some extras. So he's got petroleum, and I think there's another one, immersive food, I believe, or something like that. There is another immersive mod to go with it. I wish they brought the other one, which is immersive integrity, or I can't remember the one was the 1.7.10 one, which worked with AE2. I think they need to bring that one in as well, and that'll be just amazing. I think there's immersive rail as well. There seems to be a lot now which people are tagging onto Immersive Engineering, and it's great, fantastic, because I think it's a great mod. I really do love it. I'm enjoying the builds and actually seeing what it can do, and it's just things like that. I mean, you can put cables underground and hide them away and what have you, but sometimes things like this just, I don't know, just make a difference. What are you doing in the water? So yeah, I mean, things like that over there, all the powers, I think it just looks great. But anyway, that's my opinion. Hopefully you're enjoying it yourselves. If you do, please, like I say, continue liking and subscribing. Let friends and other people know what I'm doing. pass on my channel please, and it'll help me keep making these videos for everybody and for myself as well, but definitely for yourselves. Right, I've waffled on enough, so I'm going to wish you all a farewell, and I shall see you all in the next episode. So, without further ado, bye bye for now. Bye.